Are we good? Are we live? We are. Hey there, everyone. This is KT. Look at this. Look at this. I'm like a real streamer. We got a new layout. Isn't this insane? Look at this technology. That number in the top left is going to be automatic. I don't need to press a button. It's just going to know when I see a Pokemon. Isn't that insane? Sup, Jacob? Sup, Amaryllis? Yeah, keeping you guys waiting. KT making me wait until 12:30 to watch some Gen 3 gaming. Well, you know, the Gen 3 gaming is always worth it. The hour is not. The hour is temporary. Also very excited. I have a new playlist I threw together. It is 4.5 hours. Mostly music not used in the previous playlist. I hope it is good. I hope that you guys enjoy. I should probably set it to randomize. What is this? Loop. That's probably not what I want. So let's start with you. Okay, please tell me how volume is. If I need to adjust volume. The game audio is not very important for this. Everyone's heard the Gen 3 music and the cries and all that. It's, you know. Alright, we're getting into it. So, I've been taking the sage advice from Mr. B. Vries. BV for short. He suggested once to use Tauros as a lead instead, because being a banded user is pretty awkward to switch into, especially as like a last mon. It can be a little undesirable. So we're gonna try lead Tauros for a little bit. Now here's the moment of truth. Here's where I gotta see if this is really annoying. The little like excellent condition is covering the number, but I suppose I'll see once the stream catches up. You guys can tell. You can tell before me if it's already advanced or not. It looks as if it did not advance. Well, oh, I know why that happened. Hang on. I need to do that. What do? I go open up the thing, and then it will... Hang on, everyone be cool. Go to this folder, Ruby Sapphire. Let's just lie and say that you're 127. Hit save. And then when I KO Milo, yeah, look just at OBS. Let's KO Milo. Alright, what the heck? This was working earlier. What did I do different? Is it literally because... Oh, I know what would work. Hang on, I got a better idea. Alright, everyone, hold on. I went and did everything incorrectly again. Yeah, let's go back. So we stop you, go to you. So I'm gonna have to add a new window. Oh, and that's like a long name too. And as soon as OBS updates, this is going to be outdated. Oh, and I'm going to have to take a new screenshot. This is just awesome. Yeah, why did it not work? I guess maybe the window was like a slightly different size. Which is like psychotic to think that that alters the image, but I guess it does. So can I just add you? No. Where did I write something incorrect? Oh, I know what I need to do, but I'm going to be clever this time. Let's copy you and close the application. This is a weird program you got to use, this shiny auto counter thing. It's a little bit finicky. Alright, wise guy. Sorry, I don't have the chat open. I appreciate anyone who's hanging out. I know, well, you probably heard a beep. I thought I had everything set up. It literally worked when I tried earlier today, but, okay, that got added. Nice. Okay, now we're gaming. I go back to you. And what am I going to need to do? I'm going to need a new image. Because this image is probably not going to work. So how do we do that? I don't care about this streak. I can restart. Yeah, we'll restart the streak. Peek over at chat. Reginald has joined the game. Yeah, terrible news. Smeargle is not the final member of the team. Well, you know, I think similar to Singles, Smeargle is a Pokemon that can definitely put in work, but he's like not that good. He's like very much a meta Pokemon. I know that sounds strange, but it's like Smeargle essentially, as soon as you see him, you know that he's up to something. You know that he's gonna go for like essentially one of 2 or 3 specific things. There's not that much Smeargle can do, despite him having infinite moves. It's like kind of hard to articulate why Smeargle is sort of good. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait on this screen for a moment. Perfect. Nobody move. What am I gonna need to do? This like is the same image, which pisses me off, but whatever. Yeah, save you, the desktop, whatever. Good that I don't need a projector. The projector thing is dumb. I didn't like that aspect of this tool. Sapphire Tower, delete my old image, add you, browse, add that. Okay, so let's see if it works. Of course it's you first. Why is this not working now? What the hell is happening? Oh, it's because I need to set that to you. Oh, right. Say your prayers as you Meryl. Boomer in the chat. Yeah, like, sorry lads, like, this is when I got off work. Like, I would love to be unemployed and just stream and hang out during the day, but, you know. There'll be a VOD if you really want to check out me rambling over the Ruby Sapphire Tower. Okay, did that one work? Dude, what is happening? Why is this the most insane... Yeah, it's supposed to go up by 1. You're just like not even updating the file. Is it because I have it open? That would be really silly. What did we see? Let's just say that we're at 130. I think we're at 128. So that updates. Okay, great. So we stop you. We're looking for this image, and we're going to be altering this file. And the window is OBS, and we start the hunt. Okay, another test. 8 years away from the mic? I don't know, I have to lean forward to type stuff on the computer. I am still dealing with the technical nonsense, so... Why is it saying at 134? Why are you still incrementing? What is happening? What is happening? I'm not seeing any Pokemon. Is there just something that looks similar to that? Stop that. That's enough for me. Okay. Yeah, that makes no sense unless it is counting from the. Yeah, I do need a headset. Definitely need Bluetooth headphones. Okay, well, since auto counter is giving me attitude today, I think the alternative will be Old Faithful, where we bust out the calculator and I just do it manually until this actually works. Where were we at? 126? Okay, well, I'll switch over to Sapphire. Good lord. I have an auto counter and it's like not functioning. How is that fair? Okay, I need to flash to both rubies. Remember that. Let's grab you. All right. Bit of a false start, but I think we are good now. I think we'll just do auto counter, manual style. +3. That means I get to do it after every set of Pokemon. Very cool. Maybe there will be some like projector thing that will work, but appreciate you guys putting up with the bad start. We are actually gaming now. Should I move the mic closer? Yeah. How does this sound? Do I still sound bad? I guess I always sound bad. Alright, we are in... Yeah, Tauros lead. I think Tauros lead is going to have better potential. The only, like, slight slowdown, and I think it's worth it, is that you are guaranteed to see the Intimidate animation. Which is really a small sacrifice. That's not that bad. However, most of my time in this tower has been with Zapdos shredding everybody, so whenever I go up against a water type, I feel pretty weak. Because I'm so used to Zapdos just handling it for me. I wonder... Double Edge probably KOs. I don't know if Return will... Oh, it's Frustration. Right, we're on Sapphire. It's Frustration on Sapphire, just for a little bit of variety. Nice, it does KO. Okay. A little risky because we could get staticked, but locking into Return is a little better than locking into Earthquake. Nice crit. Don't think I didn't see that crit. I'm always looking at the crit. I think Frustration's a faster animation than another crit. Wow. Getting all of our crits out of the way. Should get a longer cable for the counter. Just to let Amaryllis know, I'm having coffee with milk, by the way. Yeah, sorry it is so late. I will try to do earlier streams in the future, but it's a little hard to control, a little hard to guarantee. And see, this kind of sucks. Now, thankfully, there's only one Intim user in the whole tower I need to worry about, which is Salamence. But still, getting hit with an Intim definitely sucks. Flamethrower, I don't think that means a whole lot. I was also thinking today, maybe Leftovers is a good item for our Lottie here. Because we're going to be, like, panic dying with Memento most of the time. So being able to slowly chip heal, oh jeez, might be worth.
I mean, neck trick? Are you serious? And a Crobat to finish. He might KO me because he's fast. Oh, jeez. The stall, protect Crobat. Hell yeah, double protect. He sees I'm damaged. He's going for it. Now he's definitely going to KO me with every move. No, Toxic doesn't work, buddy. Very nice. Oh, I got bright powdered. Oh, I counted too fast. Oh, geez. How am I going to get out of this? I can't believe you lived. I'm like unbelievably like just shocked. Every now and then stuff lives a big hit from Zapdos and it makes no sense. Please stop getting bright powdered. Like Sea King living a hit makes no sense. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bug Motive and Raven about this auto counter crap. Don't understand why it was working perfectly earlier today, and as soon as I decide to stream, no more. Just doesn't work. And then it was randomly counting even more when there was like nothing on screen, so that was frustrating. So we don't KO Swampert, but the good news is that Swampert in the Ruby Sapphire Tower does not have counter, so I'm never going to just instantly lose my Tauros. I guess I could knock him into Torrent range and get like a crit Surf or a crit Hydro or whatever. Also good news, there's only one Breloom with Mach Punch, so I am very unlikely to get demolished by a Breloom. Nice. Oh, one Focus Punch, too. Goes for it again. I suppose I can minimize you. Make you a little smaller. That's a good spot. Of course. Of course it's you. It had to show up. Oh, jeez. So I think I still outspeed. Yeah. There is a Quick Claw Metagross. In fact, I think there's two. But luckily for me, he's going to do some stupid Psychic or Pursuit. Meteor Mash is resisted, which is very nice, very handy. And Electrodes. I really don't care what you do. You can blow up. Speed this up for me. Don't need Mirror Coat.
got him. So now there's a very frustrating Electrode that has a double team. I think there's only 2 in the tower, and they can both blow up. But there's one that has
Double team. And I think it's the Protect guy. The one with Protect has double team. So that can get out of hand pretty quick. But thankfully he dies to every ground move. Do not mind being toxic. It's not great, but... Oh, you have one of the berries? No, you got leftovers. So that means you are the Miracle one. I'm starting to learn a bit more about the Ruby Tower, remembering the sets. Again, are you serious? Oh, you're the Rest Talk one. Well, that's fine. Yep, big chunk due to Toxic. And it's a Blaze again. Oh, we barely hang on. Nice. And we KO.
Easy. Blaziken's an annoying one because I often knock him into Blaze range. But I think with the new Latios running Surf, that won't be a problem. I just noticed something a little funny. Why are you not showing up? Yeah, I see you there. Why are you all weird? Yeah. Okay, let's add a new crop. Nice Starmie. Starmie's a Pokemon I'm considering stealing from the tower. I think I should upgrade my Latios to a perfect one. And I probably am going to lose to a Latios at some point, so that'll be like a fun extra tier to this hunt, is go and just capture the Pokemon I lost to. In fact, I was actually considering a really cool idea of having like a revolving door of party members. Like whoever I lose to immediately joins the team. But I think that would become a little bit too gimmicky to figure out like a worthwhile moveset. And while it would be super fun, the speed of encounters would suffer, I think. Yep, technical problems all over the place. One day this will all be so easy. so I'll just be automatic. But right now I have to zoom in on the damn calculator. Oh, Fisherman. So the whole reason I started thinking about the Ruby Tower again was planning to do Journey Across America matches with Amaryllis. And two Pokemon I wanted to steal from the tower. Oh, this is awkward. I guess I can just lose Tauros, that sucks. My methodology was, why don't I just steal one from the Ruby Tower, because then I could get one that's perfect. It would have perfect stats. Yeah, nice. Nice counter. Yeah, so let's grab you. Sorry, I guess you guys didn't even see. It's Wobbuffet, everyone's favorite Pokemon. Come on now. Come on now. Behave. There we go. Perfect. Shiny Pokemon Hunts, welcome back. How you doing, lad? Having a little bit of a technical snag, but we are gaming again. So I'm convinced the Soft Lock, the famous Gen 3 Soft Lock, 2 Wobbuffets holding leftovers, it must have been discovered in, like, this format. Someone just brought in a Wobbuffet with leftovers and accidentally ran into the Wobbuffet with leftovers, and now, you know, uh-oh. Game's stuck.
Nice. Don't even think about using Mirror Coat. That did nothing. Oh, wow. That is one beefy Tentacruel. No, we're just shy. Oh, what? We got bailed out? Dude, what a gamer. See, right now we're actually positioned perfectly if I wanted to steal this Tentacruel, because this is our panic button. This is Memento. And as long as I position right and get Latios to be our last Pokemon, we can essentially steal anything, which is very cool, very nice. Hey, we beat a set of 7, alright. Yep, we got a, I don't remember what that is. Should move Tauros to the top. Yeah, I'm not sure if Amaryllis is here, if he has already gone to sleep, but how did your Ore games go today? You told me that you're not going to be using Smeargle anymore, which I think is a wise idea. I don't think Smeargle's that useful. But I think the Marowak team seems very cool, very strong. I don't know if you were bent on using Gyarados with it. I think you were kind of alternating between Gyarados and Arc, and I think Arc, I don't know, he might be a little bit better. I guess he'd be better if you're running Bone Meringue. Whereas Gyarados just doesn't care. That is, like, pitiful damage from a Golem. A Salac Golem. His sprite is so good in this game. Nice crit. He looks very different in Fire Red Leaf Green. Oh, of course it's you. Why would it be anybody but you? Oh, I wonder, here would be a good idea to Memento as Latios. Just set up a light screen to be safe.
when you talk to me, of course. Yeah, Memento with Latios is probably the play here. To cripple him and then get a free switch in as Tauros. That's how we'll deal with Shed in the future. It would be pretty swag to steal a perfect Shed, though. Can't argue with that. Yeah, let's go, Latios and Memento. Basically the worst thing that could have happened. Yeah, we don't really care if Latios dies. A very sick animation. Now we get our free switch in. And that's another trio down. Yeah, Shedinja would be a cool Pokemon to steal, to have one with perfect stats. But you're really at the mercy of whatever nature, because like half the natures are defense, and that just doesn't matter for Shed. So you have essentially like a coin flip of rolling a worthwhile nature or not.
Completely demolished. No way you're surviving that. Another fragile psychic type? Please. You're also slower than Tauros. That's weird. And you switched in as opposed to slot 2. Is there like a focus punch? That would be insane. I don't think that's real, is it? Is there a focus punch Alakazam in the tower? I know he can learn the move, but... Why? No, there's a Kadabra. I remember now. Yeah, there's a Kadabra that does. There's a focus punch Kadabra. Which is very funny. Very silly. I wonder why the AI went for Alakazam there. It was a little weird. Yeah. Sup, Amaryllis. I was asking you about, I think you were, like, debating if you wanted to use Arc or Gyarados. And, like, how your games went today. As I think, they both partner really well with Marowak, but I think, Marowak with Earthquake is not a great partner with, Arcanine. It's way better if you have Bone Meringue. Whereas Gyarados, that's like one of the big benefits of Gyarados, that you just don't care. Leaf Blade, I think they all have Leaf Blade. I'll have to figure out which ones have Pursuit and like Dragon Claw and all that stuff. Between Ments, Gyarados, and Arc. The Intim users plus more with Ninjask. Or pair more with Ninjask. Yeah, well there's also Tauros. I think Tauros would be a really great partner. In fact, I think Tauros is just really good in that format, and I need to use him more often. You are not who I wanted to see. Tauros is still alive, though, so we have a good chance against this. Nice crit. Sort of needed it. Oh, you're one of those. Please no resting. Please don't do it. Whatever. I don't even care that I took damage and died. That's right, yeah, you've got Ninjask on the team, too. Forgot about that. Probably because you were raising Marowak today, so I was thinking more about Marowak. Okay, good. Bailed out. Scary fight.
Yeah, it was the Sailor. The Sailor.
He has 2 Pokemon potentially that I wanted to steal for my Journey Across America team. So I do need to double edge to KO Sea King. Alright, what? Not even? Oh man, that sucks. Sea King is a pain. Okay, so we don't double edge against Sea King. It's a waste of health. Whatever. This is the best case scenario. I'm probably going to get countered. Please crit. Not quite. No HP. Oh, nice. He went for Mirror Coat. Now we're going to obliterate Wob and self-KO. Get a free switch in. Here we go. Easy. Yes, we will continue. Battle Girl, she also had 2 of the Pokemon I wanted. You are not one of them. We're seeing a lot of Wobbuffet today. And that's another thing I liked about lead Zapdos more, is that I can just roar out Wob, whereas now I have to risk losing Tauros. Which we do. We do lose Tauros. It's kind of tempting to go Latios and just set up, but if this has leftovers, he'll recover too much. It's not worth it. It's better to just get the KO here. Same team again. Just fight the same team again. They won't notice. Why do you have Blizzard? Breloom is very easy to deal with. He doesn't really threaten us. Oh, I guess that'll KO. Yeah. But now you have, like, no hope of dealing with a Latios. Sucks we don't have Ice Beam, but whatever. Contact Spore is not that bad. Maybe Latios should hold Lum Berry instead. Or maybe he should be leftovers. I gotta think about him more. There's a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential sets that we should experiment with.
Battle Tower at level 50 really starts to show if your team is going to cut it or not. Yeah, I agree. You definitely need to have contingency plans and A team that works together. Why do you have Thunderbolt? What do you mean? Gyarados is pretty rare in the tower, and of course has no hope against a Zapdos. But Intim, yeah, he is Intim. So there's 2 Intim users. 2 ways to stifle my Tauros. Again, Alakazam is slower than me, which is very weird. But I think this team is so aggressive that this is probably going to be our team for a bit. Muck, of course. Please blow up. No. I know that there's a great argument for using a Politoed with Damp. Oh, your Shadow Punch. You can't blow up. Nice. That's good. The running a Damp Pokemon to defuse a potentially shiny Pokemon blowing up on me. But I think the trade of super fast encounters, at least at this point, seems worth it. You pop Salak? It's a Salak. Yeah, the Shadow Punch one does not have Explosion.
I don't know if that's a egg incompatibility, because Explosion is an egg move for Muck. Shadow Punch is, I think, a very underexplored move in Gen 3, because it also has perfect accuracy, and it's a ghost move, which is very neat. But there's a lot of normal types, so you unfortunately don't hit them. Is there anybody that gets, like, Curse Shadow Punch? I guess Muck, but it's also Muck. He's, like, the worst Pokemon ever. Gengar, but Gengar's a ghost, so you can't do, like, a Curse setup. Maybe Bulk Up? Does anybody get Bulk Up with it?
Starting with Destiny Bond Gengar is a strategy. Yeah, Destiny Bond Gengar is very good. So if you're not familiar, Ninja's King, my plan here is to steal a shiny Pokemon, because there's a glitch in Ruby and Sapphire where if you lose in the battle tower and the next encounter is the roaming Lati, if you KO the roaming Lati, the game kind of gets confused and sends out the Pokemon that you died to in the tower. So a part of my team's synergy is that Latios has Memento as like a way to guarantee that we lose. So Destiny Bond is like a great option as a lead, though. I really do like that as like a way to trade. But I'm not really going for like high streaks or anything. If I lose the streak, I'm just going to switch to a different backup where the streak is active. But yeah, Destiny Bond is awesome. I run Destiny Bond on my shiny Gengar for when I'm like actually trying to win. It's a very good move.
An expert. I think you could have the Pokemon. Sup, Jacob? My man. Sorry for keeping you guys up late. Wheezing. I don't like seeing you, pal. Oh, Weezing's kind of a rough matchup. Doesn't this thing also have Quick Claw? Yeah, you can just decide to win here. But Intim might bail me out. Intim might be enough to stop Explosion from KOing me, especially if you go for Thunderbolt. Yeah, okay. Weezing gives you a little scare, but sometimes he's not that bad. I had like horrifically bad luck always using always getting a first turn blow up from Weezings against Zapdos. I feel like I didn't hit the button last time.
Hang on, it won't be cool. I didn't. What the hell? There we go. You again.
Okay, we're cruising along. Latios. You're not that threatening. Maybe like a Luster Purge crit can get me? Nice, nice. That's good. And Latios. Man, this guy is, this guy knows what he's doing. Just bring both Latios. Look at that difference in HP investment and bulk. Lugia resets, my man. Good luck. Lugia is such a cool Pokemon. I still have yet to watch more of the Pokemon anime, the movies, but I know there's a movie with Lugia, and everyone says that's like the best one. I think it's the second one, or the third one, I'm not sure. I've only ever seen the first one, and, well, I like it. I would say it's good. It's a very good anime movie. Nice. This is a Leftovers Metagross, not a Quick Claw. So please no Flyer in the back. Please be, like, Manectric, or Electrode. Or Aggron. Aggron would be nice. Regirock's not bad. Hey, that's alright. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, okay. Was a little scared. Ancient Power Boost can just be an auto win for the AI. And it's Sceptile. Tauros is still our best best answer for this, so let's actually save Tauros. Get up a light screen and pray for a Thunderbolt para. You have Earthquake. I don't know what that means. I think you're not the Leech Seed Protect cringe Sceptile. That was a nice crit. You have Crunch. And you don't have Leftovers. Okay. So maybe Earthquake never has Leftovers? That would be convenient. You have Rest. Oh, good lord. I wish I still had Ice Beam on Latios. Could get a para. You could get a nice para. Even everything out. Earthquake, beautiful. Light screen is gone. I don't think we're gonna need it because Zapdos is outspeeding. So if I die, I get in with Tauros and I outspeed. So it'll be fine. This will all work out. Nice crit, by the way. Want to compliment the crits going off. I kind of wish I was getting them. You know, to be honest. Gen 3 glitches are gaming's finest glitches. So true. I definitely think playing this game as a kid kind of wired me to, like, love secrets and, like, esoteric things in games. Same as playing Zelda as a kid. Loving just, like, the very mystique of not really understanding everything that's in the game, and, like, it's kind of apparent the game isn't going to reveal everything to you. I think that's something Gen 3 does better than Gen 1 or 2. Gen 1... I like Gen 1. I think I like Gen 1 more than a lot of Pokemon fans. It's very much an epic science fiction RPG that was very technically impressive, and of course you did counter. You know, it's very different than the rest of the franchise, and I don't think it's very fair to, like, point out certain bugs or, like, things that later entries in the franchise would change and, like, essentially hold the first game to the standard of later ones. I don't think that's, like, a reasonable position to take. And Gen 1 kind of has that. It kind of has that mystique of there's things under the hood that you don't really understand. Oh, nice. But I think Gen 3 is, like, the best at it. Gen 3 has so many things that seem just so much more mysterious. And they're, I don't know, it's hard to articulate. It's hard to really put into words, because it's something you just, like, feel through playing the game a lot. A-Freak seemed to have lost the plot after Gen 5 because everything was hand-holdy. Yes! Completely agree. Due to some recent things, I'm going to be acquiring a DS capture card, and I'm going to be doing a playthrough of Generation 5 for the first time, because I haven't experienced Unova, the Unova region. But I have played Pokemon Sun, and I've played Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, and it's just a string of interruptions. There's just constant crap. There's, like, so much friction that just gets in the way. And every time that happens, there's a chance, like, after a cutscene, the player just stops playing the game. They just decide to put the game down. And I just don't understand, like, the benefits of, like, constantly interrupting the player for some kind of retention. Because it seems like it should be the other way around. Nice crit. It seems like you would never want to do that. You want to, like, never interrupt the player wanting to experience the game, but Game Freak, and really a lot of modern games, just constantly interrupt the player. Nice. Very good. Please do not miss. Just don't miss. Nice. So I am hopeful Generation 5 is not that way. It kind of came out at a weird time when games are starting to do that, so there's probably going to be more interruption type stuff than there would be in this game or Gen 1 or 2. But I remember Gen 4 wasn't that bad about it. It had, like, longer cutscenes, I remember. Maybe it's just because the game is so slow. Like, cutscenes just took longer to get through. And there was way more of them. There's way more stuff like that. Even as a child, I handed games just fine. I guess developers think we're kind of slow. Yeah, games are also just way more popular now. Sup, Emerald? I got your full attention. We're having a discussion about, like, kind of hand-holdy stuff in games. How, like, I think it's weird that the idea of keeping gamers invested. Gamers is, like, a wide term. Seems to be, like, constantly interrupting them, constantly, like, giving them tutorials and explanations for stuff, and the problem there is, like, anytime that you do that, anytime a cutscene resolves is a scenario where a player might just stop playing for the day. And when they stop playing, there's a chance they just never pick the game back up. So it seems like a weird scenario where you constantly, like, beat things over the player's head to teach them in a way that, like, discourages them, potentially. Became more hand-holdy in Gen 5? Uh-oh. You're still good because the story is very strong, so it's forgivable. Alright. Yeah, I'm very excited to be trying Generation 5. I have a DS capture card in the works. No idea when, but hopefully soon. But I would want to finish Coliseum and probably do some more Gen 3 stuff before just jumping straight into Gen 5. Varese, my man. Oh, look at that. We get an Encore. The best move Wob could have picked. Quit Legends EA because of the tutorials. Actually, my brain couldn't take it anymore. Yeah, it's it really is a type of friction I think developers should avoid, and they all just seem to be like all hands on deck. Let's just make every game annoying to start. Yeah, exactly. So the store in my town, they said that if I get the ROM board, they can install it on my DS for pretty cheap. So I'm excited for that. So right now I'm just waiting on the board, and they're also, because it's like a game store, right? They sell old games. They have Pokemon White. So it's going to be pretty killer. Please. Okay, no Omni Boost. Is Tauros the wrong... It's probably fine. Earthquake is probably fine. Focus Punch, of course. Yeah, it's like a very layered, kind of complicated problem. Because, like, how do you introduce these ideas? And, like, games are so much more expensive to make now, and they're also, like, not making as much money. I don't know. I'm not too enthused about modern gaming as a whole. What did you do? Rest? No. Whatever you did, I missed. And I don't really keep up with modern games, so... It's unfortunate that they've become more handholdy, and they have, like, essentially predatory stuff with loot boxes, introducing children to gambling. You know, that's definitely not cool. As well as just, like, slicing up content, slicing up things that would have been part of the game to sell later is pretty consumer unfriendly. And then you have games like MMOs. MMOs are super strange, where it's like a subscription you pay for, but the game could go offline. The game could, you know, stop existing, and you would then be relying on fans to host servers. Alright, Bug Catcher. Nice, Salamence. I guess you're a Maniac, not a Bug Catcher. You're a Maniac bringing a Salamence here. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Those kind of games do just sell. Oh, jeez. Not what I wanted to see. Oh, we lived. Please don't outspeed. I don't think you outspeed because I'm timid. It's impossible. Salamence cannot outspeed. Nice. That is awesome that we one-shot. I think that is like a minus special defense ments or something. Oh, this sucks. Oh, we just go to Zapdos? No, we get a Tauros. Wow, nice crit. Don't think I didn't notice the crit. It might have been better to double edge here, because then I'd get a free switch to Zapdos. Or we just crit him back. Never mind, who cares? Free. Unpunished. And it's a Latios. Yeah, I definitely want to chunk out Latios. Couldn't finish ZA? Yeah. I've said on stream a couple of times, the most modern Pokemon game I've played was Let's Go Eevee, back when the Switch was still pretty new. In fact, the more I think about it, there's like a lot of Switch games I played but did not finish. At the end, but like 40% of the missions are brain dead? Yeah. That's unfortunate. I don't know why. The game, like, doesn't look better than the last Legends game. The other one looks like way more interesting, way more creative too. This one looks like you're just trapped in the same environment for the whole game. And I know I've seen like footage where you're in this like sewers, and there's footage where you're in like a town, but it's all you know, abstract dimension. But it's still like you're still in a city, you're still in a town. But then the previous game had like way more like naturalistic environments. They were all like outdoors, and it just had way more variety because of that. I don't know what the consensus is amongst modern Pokemon fans. If New Legends is better than the previous one, or what the deal is. So this, unfortunately, is a Milo that is recovering out of range. What do you got? It's like just enough to not get the KO. Oh, wait a minute. No, we're good. So during our Ore testing tomorrow, I will be testing the Intim mods. Dude, he lived on one. Arceus didn't have as much content, but the setting was better. Also, Togetic will be Clefable. Togetic's too frail. That's what I've been telling you. Let's Go went crazy, though. Yeah, see, I wasn't really as into it, to be honest. I like that it deviated. I like that it wasn't just, you know, Fire Red, but with 3D models. I like that it was a very different game. But it was also like a game almost tailored to annoy me. Like when you enter Brock's gym and they just tell you, you have to have a water type or a grass type. It's like, why am I even playing this game? Why am I not just watching it on YouTube? Like, you're just kind of filtering everyone through a similar experience. Yeah, Milo doing her usual thing. So I do have plans with a friend of mine during the day, so I'm not sure when I'll be available tomorrow night, but I will be available like all day Sunday for sure. And like tomorrow night. Hopefully not too late for you guys though. We should try and get more Ore practice. It's always fun. Also, this is an experiment with this playlist. I have 2 songs on here with lyrics, and I think those are most likely to get flagged. So putting this on here was just to see if I get flagged. That's literally what happened last time. When I found the damn shiny Meryl was during a song with lyrics, and I got flagged. I still can't believe that happened. Really like Let's Go, but I definitely see why people don't like it. Yeah, it's, like, I'm far more indifferent than I am, like, you know, angry or mad at the game, you know. I think it probably should have been, like, maybe just a new game fully. I don't know, the Kanto appeal is kind of hard to deny. That pushed sales. I think if it was, like, a fully new region, I'd be, like, way more optimistic about it and think, like, this is neat. This is a cool spin-off. Oh, I don't like seeing you. Because I don't KO. Did you get practice with Slayer today? Nice. Yeah. You'll need to give... Yeah. Are you ready for Ore? Yeah, so I think I figured out my tournament team. My 6 that I want to use for the tournament. I'm still going to experiment with other critters, other team styles, but I think I know what I want the real team to be. Nice crit. Why did I hit the counter for the crit? I'm like shiny hunter brained right now. And another counter to Tauros. We had a lot of matches, that's good. Yeah, I gotta get in there for more matches. Oh. Whoops. That's fine. A decent EV spread for everything. Just one more Mon. Just put on Hariyama. Everyone loves him. Hariyama's the best. Nice live on 1. Yeah, I really like Hariyama. I don't know, he's not on my super good team, or at least what I think is probably going to be the main team, but I really do like him. So they brought Relicanth this evening. What on earth? The Ore players are going insane. Relicanth. Yeah, I hope he doesn't bring it again. I can see, like, Amistar, and of course, Kabutops can do some damage in the rain. Yeah, we like Yama around here. Okay, be back in a moment.
I'll let you guys see the Pokemon before I do. Isn't that fun? Alright, what are we going up against? Who's it gonna be? There we go. Oh, it's you.
Well, I don't think you're gonna like me selecting return here, but hey.
Slayer's a little bit out there. Yeah, seeing unique Pokemon is fun. I think the top tiers are top tiers for a reason. I think that the format being so top heavy makes a lot of sense. So while it is fun to deviate, especially with us playing at like a lower level, I think like there's a very good reason Metagross and Latios are on every team, and why Snorlax and Zapdos are just so ubiquitous. And you don't see people running Sceptile Typhlosion. Like, what's it built? Anti-meta. Well, I think he should do what he likes. I don't want to discourage anything. But I've had that same conversation with Just Passing By. He always talks about how, like, Gen 3 being an old format means that all the teams are old, and I just don't really see how that, like, what does that really mean? Like, yeah, the game came out 20 years ago. Of course the format's old. We know what the, like, there's not going to be new Gen 3 games. There's not going to be a new Pokemon introduced into ADV. It's just not possible. It cannot happen. More so just decision making needs a bit of work. Not using a second Calm Mind when I have the whack. See, I don't like you because you have counter, and I'm afraid you might live a return, so I might have to double edge Cacturns. Very happy with your unique Mons. Yeah, I used a Weirdo against Amaryllis, and I thought he was fun. I thought it was pretty good. And I've experimented more in the calculator what other stuff I can use that guy for, and he's like kind of good anti-Lottie tech. Yeah, Ninjask is annoying, I'll admit. Ninjask kind of frustrating if you don't defuse the situation correctly. Oh, of course you live. Oh, why do you do this to me?
Nice. Tauros is the best. Then a player joined a Parish Trap and got second. Yeah. No, I don't think it's like the solved format. I also think that's like just kind of a silly term to throw around. Just like, what does that even mean? Yeah, exactly. There's always some cool unexplored stuff that we can do. Hang on, I know what I can do. Let's, there we go. Hopefully I'm not sitting too weird for the mic. Please stop, Maurice. No, I think we should encourage him. Did he finally figure out how to use Vileplume? That's fine by me, lad. Why did we live that? What? Why did we live that? What do you mean you're tired of Rock Blast? It's a great move. I wonder if Thunderbolt means this Registeel cannot blow up. Well, it doesn't matter because it's the last one. Yeah, unfortunately. We just need to start seriously playing ZU, or whatever that fake format was, where we can use Murkrow and Tangela. That would just be so funny. We're uploading videos of, like, serious ZU matches. But I think the hard fact about Gen 3 other formats. Aura is a bit of an exception because it's doubles. Nice timer. Tyranitar Sand kind of saves ADV from being like slow, degenerate Gen 2 stall again. Because without Tar, so many fat Pokemon just run amok. So I think the lower tiers, anytime I've tried playing random battle, or if the lower tiers have a ladder, they just kind of suck. They're just not that fun. Tar really does just make ADV good. Or, like, bearable, I should say. Can you, like, really harm Zapdos? I don't think you can. Grass and Poison's not great. Could have some utility versus Swampert or Suicune. Yeah, true. I think Suicune just, like, outspeeds so much and hits so hard with Ice Beam. But you're definitely good against Swampert. Swampert's kind of boned. No Sand is miserable. Showed that in our OU video. Yeah. Yeah, that stall game. Like, just imagine if I had brought a Tar to that. Like, the whole Vape, Sableye, Blissey stall. It just falls apart. Why would you... How did that go what? Oh, it's because I'm roaring. That's right. Getting confused here. I was very confused how that went first the second time. Yeah, I've heard people say ADV 200 is more aggressive, but I just can't imagine that actually being true. I feel like a really slow stall style is probably very, very consistent in ADV 200. Swampert outspeeds? True. Another one down. True. I don't remember Blossom's speed off the top of my head. I don't remember Vileplume's for that matter. Or even Swampert. Isn't Swampert 50? I know he outspeeds Snorlax, but like so does everybody. They're the same speed. Okay. Swampert's 60. We should allow him to use Groudon? Okay, wait a minute. If we give everybody one restricted, that would be, that'd be kind of insane. You know, I like the idea. I like the idea of allowing one restricted. The problem is that you essentially just are forced to make a weather team. I guess not. No, you could run Mewtwo. Oh, of course. Oh, dude, come on. Yeah, Drought Ninetales. Yeah. Yeah, Mewtwo is very good. It's so funny to me. Right now, I'm doing, my shiny Poliwhirl hunt is in Cerulean Cave, right in front of Mewtwo, and every now and then I just, like, turn around and do one encounter with them, you know, just in case. So it's really funny just seeing Mewtwo standing there watching me fishing and ignoring him. Drizzle Politoed, yeah. You gotta love how the sound balancing for game rips is just nonsense. What game is this? Hang on. This is Super Aleste. Yeah, I'll look into an alternative version of this soundtrack. Because this is weirdly quiet. Nice, another ground week. Do we want to save? Yeah, Tauros is like really good against Regice. Very annoying, very inconsistent. Didn't even realize I hit it until I looked down. Nice. Yeah, so I reset for a Mewtwo for a while, and it was actually a lot of fun. I quite like resetting because it's like it's secret tech that you develop as a shiny hunter doing multiple systems that makes like breeding super fast. Like breeding 3 eggs at a time is nuts. You will get the Pokemon with good stats pretty quickly, and resetting for legendaries is the same way. So it was it didn't take very long to get a Mewtwo I was satisfied with. He has missed 2 blizzards, by the way. Do not rest. Please don't. Nice. I think that was last spawn. Is this the last Pokemon? Oh, great. There's the crit. You know... Yeah, that was. Damn, Regice. Yeah, so Vreeze, I haven't had a chance to chat with you lately, lad, but I've been catching up on your streams from the Battle Tower. And yeah, very cool. I've only watched the first 2, and I'm like halfway through the second one because it's a like 5-hour video or something. But you got some pretty cool finds so far, and it's I'm very glad. I think this is like a very underappreciated way to get top tier Pokemon that isn't Ace or RNG Manip, and is like so much more convenient than breeding. This is just way cooler. Seeing legendaries in the tower is always nice. Always makes you a bit nervous. Yeah, true. Yeah. The problem is just that Regice is he's a little bit slow. And he is notoriously Metagross weak. Maybe you can tech yourself if you're bold and have like a certain defense investment to live a Meteor Mash. But I don't know, like, max attack Meteor Mash is pretty hard to live when you're weak to it. I love this one. Yeah, me too. I've been having fun with it. I had some technical snags. I had an auto counter working before I left for work today, but when I came back home, it decided it was not interested, so I'm going to have to figure that out. We'll have to chat with Twisted and Raven, because they both use auto counters, and it's the exact same thing. Nice. Very cool. On the leaderboard, I don't think that makes much sense. No. Because it also... there's a Southern Island. You can reset for a good Latios on Southern Island, so, like, why are they legal from the tower? Like, I can understand saying no Pokemon from the tower. That makes sense to me, you know. You have to abuse a glitch, and it's, like, 1 per save file, and it's, you know, it's very dubious whether we should, you know, consider that. But saying, like, Latios is legal? Why? Just because the roamer is bugged? My friend, have you not heard about the Eon ticket? Did you know he's not bugged in Emerald? Oh well, Smogon. Smogon just makes up the rules as they like. Let's be real. By the way, thank you, Johnny Smogon, for your service. I like playing Gen 3 OU. Please do not ban me. Yeah, they allow they allow ace Pokemon. So what's the deal? What's the what the hell? Oh, come on. Muck, please do not burn me. Please, please. Okay, good. You're yeah, you're Salak, which means you're not the explosion one. Rayquaza makes sense because it's tap A to win Pokemon. Yeah. Yeah, there's other stuff that they change, like in ADV. If you and I are playing on cartridge, right? You and I are playing Gen 3 on cartridge. If I'm player 1's port, my Pokemon always switches out first. It's not based on speed in Gen 3. And they changed that. They changed that for their format. So that the faster Pokemon switches out. Which leads to specific things like how to get Intim to go off. For like weather stuff as well for Ubers. So they just change the mechanics. They just change them just a little bit. But yeah, there's no way to say that it is the same. Oh, it's a last one Lottie too. I kind of do want to upgrade my Lottie to a perfect one. Tauros is still alive though. Well, you know what? If I naturally lose to Latios, I'll go hunt it down. But I will try and win. I will try and always beat Latios, and Latios for that matter. And I just got Ice Beam crit. Maybe that's a sign? You know, maybe it is. Maybe we do this. Just this once. You guys want to do a little field trip? Just a little check on the Latios? It'll be 3 encounters too, yeah. Yeah, it's their leaderboard. They can do what they want. Yeah, that's true. And there's also just another fact that, like, I don't think Japanese users care. They use their own, like, they all use blogs, which is really funny, for their leaderboard stuff, or they just, like, make a video to share with each other. But I think Western Pokemon fans do kind of view Smogon as an authority, though. How far do you need to get for the glitch? You can do it at any level. You can glitch right away at no wins. You can glitch on the first round. I wouldn't suggest doing that because the Pokemon are going to have really shitty IVs. But you could do it. Someone made a no-stall record, but they were using substitute pressure, so they didn't ban. Just made it a bit dubious. No-stall leaderboards. A no-stall, okay. Yeah, you want to be +8. I know it's bait. I know if I fly to Fortree, it's gonna disappear. Oh my god. Latios, are you stuck? Are you stuck in the tall grass? We are going for a Latios. I'm considering just upgrading my Latios to have one that's perfect, so we're gonna fish for Latios. Latios also crit my Zapdos, so I think it is fair to give this Latios a chance to impress me. And he's gone. Should probably upgrade bikes. Hang on. Should remember this and make sure all the save files have mock bike instead, because it's way faster to swap routes. Ready to set the Latios I got gold within the tower. Yeah, I don't know if you saw my Dustclop stream, but I didn't realize I was like kind of copying your team pretty hard. I didn't have a Skarm, but I did Dustclops and a set up Latios. It was very fun duo. Yeah, nice homage. Alright, taking a visit to Pseudopolis. I suppose that's okay. Take the Mount Pyre shortcut and come back. Because the special attackers have attack IVs, and you can't have different... Yeah, that's true. No hidden power is definitely a bit of a, a trade, but, it depends on who it is. Depends on the Pokemon. You can definitely get coverage without it. There can be whatever. Always HP Dark. Yep. Yeah, you would not believe who my third was. It was actually the lead. It was a team of shinies, and it was not the best Pokemon. Are you... Okay. HP Dark Moltres. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I considered an HP Dark Cloyster in ADV as like anti-Gengar tech, but the problem is that that's just dumb. Anti-Gengar tech with Cloyster is to get the hell out of there. Lead for it. Mon you should set up with. Look, if I can talk him into using Curse not as a ghost type. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on, maybe you guys would know. If I use, Mimic, I copy someone who used Camouflage, and I use Camouflage and turn into a ground type, and then I use Curse. Does it turn into normal Curse, or am I still a ghost? It's a real Gen 3 mad scientist hours. What happens in that interaction? What happens there? Oh my god, leave Mount Pyre, please. Okay, you are over there. Isn't there like a high chance if I go to the top route, it'll meet me? Yeah, now it is on the top route. Oh, man. It would be normal Curse, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it would be like a ground type using Curse. What setup moves does Dusclops get? Oh, jeez, it took off. Alright, Latios, you're starting to get on thin ice. I'm starting to want to do Battle Tower again. Yeah, that is true. It's like there's two peasants, you know, playing with crayons, and you're this like sculptor. It's like, you guys know, he's like, he's not that bad. You can use Dusclops in multiple ways. Oh yeah, Calm Mind, that's true. Okay, hang on. DT. What is DT? What does DT stand for? Oh, double team, duh. Alright, Latios, come on. Double team, that's right. Remember, it's like something Kage in this. And Kage in Japanese means shadow. So it's like you create shadow doubles of yourself. Which is very funny to see Pokemon like Pikachu naturally learn a move where you create like shadow doubles. Stall on sub. Alright. Alright. Let's go back. Okay, are you interested if I go south? Sup? Or talk about... Dude! If this Latios is good, I'm gonna name it, like burrito, or, something. Some kind of, Mexican food. I don't have White Flute on this file, do I? That has to be Master Ball. There's, like, no way. Am I set up? Is my team ready? Yeah, we're good. I should do this on the grass. It's easier on the grass. There it is. Hey, where do you think you're going? You want to do more setup Dusclops? I don't know, if you can, like, finagle the Mimic Camouflage Curse, you know, maybe it'd be good. I think that's probably a little difficult. Long streak with my Curse Pass team that had Arrow, yeah. Yeah, Arrow is an awesome Curse recipient. Middle Pokemon. I don't know if that matters. Alright. Gentlemen, do we have a nature guess? I am hoping for Timid. Let me pull up my Japanese guide. Name them tacos. Alright, what did we get? Is this guy getting released? That's Adamant. That is an Adamant Latios. That is not the nature I was looking for, Pendejo. Yeah, I think we're gonna switch over to the next Sapphire. All worth it. And this is the last cartridge for the night. Once this one dies, or whatever happens... Yeah, Dragon Dance Latios, that might be cool. He learns a Shadow Ball when he learns the Earthquake. Might be cool. Hang on. Yeah, you know, like, it would be cool. I really do just want one that is, timid, though. And, of course, like, lads, I'm gonna be doing this hunt for a while. Like, we're gonna see more Latios in the future. Also, didn't you pass up a timid, or, like, a calm Latios or something, Amaryllis? Didn't you pass up something, like, psychotic? I can't believe that. Yeah, I want Timid because I want my Latios to guarantee outspeed. Oh, jeez. Immediately punished. Sup, Slacking? You're looking lovely today. Please use, like, Feint Attack or something. Joplin, how you been? Yawn, that's not bad. I don't know if Zapdos KOs from this range or not. 4 bold and 2 calm. Oh my god. You sacrificed... You got bold and passed him up, dude? That's insane. To pass it to Clops. Jeez, this guy's team is very tough. This is a hard one. Okay, good thing he has rest, but he does not have a berry. That might mean he's a Quick Claw. Oh no, he's leftovers. Nice. Easy. Now you wake up. Are you gonna rest again? No, you're... Okay. So don't set up with dust clocks. Lads, what you could do is an ADV classic where you just set up with a Smeargle. Spore, Belly Drum, Baton Pass. Sub if you feel like it. Make up Dustclops in KT YouTube chat. Amazing things are happening here. I don't know what, like, Mimic Camouflage Curse seems like the route. You just need your opponent to bring Camouflage. You use Mimic because you're slower. Oops, hang on. Yeah, Smeargle, he's, like, actually not very good. He's good in, some meta formats, but we were actually talking about that at the beginning of stream. Smeargle is, like... He's really good in isolation. And in practice, there are a lot of use cases for it, but if you really think about it, Smeargle is just, like, kind of an obvious gimmick. Despite the fact he has so much creativity and so many potential sets, he's just really gimped by his stats. There's really not that many things Smeargle's capable of. And of course he loses to Roar. He loses to anything that can roar him. I guess you could taunt. That is tech. What are we setting up? Nice crit. I am amazed Machamp doesn't do more damage to Tauros. Endure, Endeavor, Spore, and something else. Yeah, Endure Endeavor is kind of cool. I had no idea about this. Did you guys know Endeavor fails if your opponent has more HP than you? It, like, just doesn't do anything. Or, sorry, other way, you have more HP than your opponent. Yeah, because so many Pokemon have a berry. They're just ready for a Spore. That's the reason, like, Breloom is not very good. Even though he's, like, usable in ADV, because, of course, Spore is way better in singles than it is in like the Frontier. Spore Focus Punch is pretty awesome, but the idea of that actually happening in the Frontier is just a pipe dream. Yeah, exactly. Like, what would it do? It's just funny that it fails. It's like the animation doesn't even go off. Uh-oh. Nice. He got the attack raise from Psychic. Did you guys know Metagross just gets an attack raise for whenever he lands a hit? What an awesome Pokemon. Not again. Spore Punch and got turn 1 Wake Up 3 times in a row. Damn. Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's usable in ADV, but of course ADV is not representative of on cartridge. I also know this is not a Timid Latios because I'm outspeeding it. I'm behind a light screen. Maybe it's a setup Latios scenario. I guess 1 crit and this all falls apart, but we just won't get crit. Because now I should kill with Dragon Claw, unless he is weirdly bulky. Why do you have Ice Beam? Okay, not punished. Now, come on, Blaziken. Well, this isn't that bad. We have Tauros in our back pocket. How much does this do? Okay. This is the last turn of Light Screen, so this is the only Ice Beam I'm ever gonna live. We could crit here. Oh, no. Please, no. Okay, okay. Not scared. I wasn't scared. Your channel attracted a new subscriber. Yo, whoever subscribed. Hell yeah. This is the first time I actually announced my stream on Twitter. So I'm probably going to do that in the future, just to see if we get any stragglers to potentially invite to the larger Gen 3 community. That is a bulky Swampert. Nice he's not using a water move. Yeah, Sonic's joining would be hilarious. What time is it in England right now? Aren't they 8 hours ahead? It's like really early morning. I think they're 9 hours ahead of me, maybe 8. Milo's outspeeding me because of the mud shot. That's really funny. Oh, please no. 8 a.m. I believe. Yep. Nice crit. That was not a crit. What? It's got to be like a hasty Milo or something. 6 a.m. Yeah, so it's still really early. Yeah, so I guess that means they're only 6 hours ahead of me. Huh. True. Well, I'm actually 1 hour behind California. California is 11 p.m. right now. MST, which when you're up north, they call it Mountain Standard Time, but the further south you go, they start calling it Mexico Standard Time. And then there's like Central, which is next to us, and then there's Eastern. No, isn't there another one? I don't know, man. Oh, what should we do here? It's a Zapdos scenario. Yeah, I forgot to mention at the start of stream, I've also done a couple of rounds just off stream. And I think I might... Nice crit. I might add just a couple of encounters. Just to, you know... Quick Claw Ancient Power. My favorite. Just to inflate the numbers a little bit. But I don't want to do anything insane. I don't want to add, you know, a full set of 7, even though I've done multiple sets of 7. A second Quick Claw. Jeez. Registeel has no restraint. Yeah, Canadian. Yeah, true. Alright, Registeel. I've had it up to here with you. If it makes you feel any better, I can name like 6 states in America. And I cannot place them on a map. I can only place a couple. Yeah, I hope that this playlist has been enjoyable for you guys. I can tell there's things about it I want to change. I need to find this soundtrack with different, a different rip. One that has, like, actual mixing and is not weirdly quiet. A nice counter, dude. You didn't really need to do that. You could have easily just done a cross chop. Oh, now we don't have Tauros. I sure hope there's no Regice in the back. Yeah, I guess that's true. It's like, I have no idea how many are in China. I know Australia has like 6 or 7. It's not very many. Alright, we're gonna have to set up with Latios here. Which Latios are you? This tells me nothing. They all have Dragon Claw. And you Ice Beam snipe me as I switch in. Very cool, very swag. You're slower than me, so worthless. Not worth dying and hunting. Yep. I think I could identify a few. It's weird. I know the flags of countries weirdly well because I used to play on a program called Fightcade. And because Fightcade's like international, like you got people from all over the world playing, you would eventually just like start to recognize like, oh yeah, that guy's from Colombia or that guy's from Peru. Nice crit. We got bailed out hard there. So I recognize a lot of the flags, but actually I was on Fightcade recently, and I'm realizing it's I don't remember as much as I used to. Yeah, Yeah, from Modern Warfare. Yeah. Nice blizzard. Tauros, I am begging you. I guess I didn't beg enough. Maybe this doesn't kill. It's, you know, Reggie. Okay, okay, look, look. Alright. I think Zapdos is probably the safer, because Zapdos is going to do more damage. This could be the end of the streak, lads. Okay, okay, very nice. Yeah, Tauros got gamed on. Learned the continents. 1 month was Europe. Yeah. Oh yeah, cities would be impossible for me. I, like, barely know any. Nice. Reversal was the wrong move there. My arch nemesis, Zapdos' worst matchup is the Anchor. Oh, and he lived. Of course he does. Oh, but Parad. Yeah, exactly. It's really nice that literally just a clock app on my phone, it tells you, like, oh, pick this main city from this time zone. Nice. I think we'll do one more. What did I just receive? Is that ribbons? Is that... No. What did I get? Why did I get 2 things? I don't know. I don't know what that was about. Oh, maybe that laddie doesn't have a ribbon. Yeah, that's true. No, it wasn't 100 wins. I don't know what that was about. It must have been the ribbon on the new Latios. But it would have done it the round before. I don't know, man. Maybe they just wanted to give me 2 prizes. This is, you know, a nice freebie. You guys see on Riley's Discord, somebody got a Spinda that's shiny in the decks. I didn't even know that was possible, but apparently it's like some weird... Spinda always uses a specific PID in the decks, and it can just happen to line up with yours and be shiny. I never once knew that was possible until... And this happened like yesterday or today, very recently. They bring the alarm. No, because the other laddie's level 55. He can't be brought. What is happening, dude? Yeah, I might be able to tomorrow night. I don't know. There's a chance that we'll be up drinking, so maybe not. Definitely Sunday, but maybe tomorrow night. Probably tomorrow night. Alright, Tauros, please, just dethaw. Just bust out. You're the strongest. You're the best normal type. Everyone knows this. You're the best Pokemon in Gen 1. Bust out. No, come on. Don't add more ice. Oh, that's so sad. Okay, so good news. This Milo does not have leftovers, so I am free to Thunderbolt as much as my heart desires. And boy, do I... You have double team. Yeah, Freeze, it's his Gen 1 weakness. Come back to haunt him. Sunday evening. 6 p.m. your time, so that's what, 4 p.m. my time? Hell yeah. Yeah, you take her easy, lads. Appreciate you staying up this late just for my silly stream. I hope the Taco Bell was good. Yeah, there's actually interesting meta around that where you want your Pokemon to be paralyzed in Gen 1 because then you can't be frozen. And weirdly enough, that Shift Tree is not very common. That kind of exists in ADV. A paralyzed Scarm definitely sucks, but it's a lot better than being like burnt. Oh, you're waiting for him to say goodnight? Alright, if you don't say anything, then he just has to stay up forever. You get to rest. Ah, flamethrower, of course. The best option. And another very weak Pokemon. Nice. You see, and then Thunder Force 5 is like just slightly louder. I don't know, I guess having a communal site where everyone can upload their own music rips, what do you do? There we go. Probably will have to turn it up after this song. Going for the burn, yeah. So you've never lived a return, so I'm pretty confident return is safe against Mr. Cactus. I don't need to commit to Double Edge. Maybe there's like a defense nature could throw a wrench in that. Man, you brought all the bad grass types. Easy. That's the type of encounter I like to see. Just 3 returns and we crush them. I don't remember if you... We'll just earthquake. It's just safer. It's annoying if a flyer comes in. And I wonder if the AI decides based on that. It like knows I'm banded and decides to bring in a flyer or not. If it just decides to bring a good matchup against Tauros. Well, hey, fine by me. You want to make this go faster? Hell yeah. Registeel had no time. is up next. Is this the same team? Same guy? Seeing a lot of the exact same Pokemon back to back. That is so funny that I complained about one specific soundtrack being a little loud, and then the playlist decides I'm just going to play those songs back to back. Don't do this, Crobat. Crobat's a Pokemon I might steal to use in Ore to have a legit one. No, legit. You know, have one actually on cartridge. Why do you do that? Why would you double Confuse Ray? Why? And you're... Okay. I cannot wait to die and bring in Zapdos against you. Double Protect, we're Mementoing this turn. Yep, get owned. Ment's not great. Not who I like to see as a lead. Yeah, I do think lead Tauros probably is a bit faster and a bit more consistently good. But I do think lead Zapdos does just so well in the Hoenn Tower, or the Ruby Tower, excuse me. The Pokemon here were just not equipped to deal with a flying, super strong electric attack turn 1. And Hoenn in general doesn't have a lot of good electric types, thinking about it. You just have Manectric and Lantern and Electrode and Mag. Am I forgetting one? The Rat. He's got Pikachu. Raichu's not exactly good. Plus Minun, who kind of suck. Am I forgetting one? Is there any other electrics? I believe that was the last mod. Yes. Why did that double the counter? What? What was that about? Damn, that Blaziken was worth a lot. Oh, I forgot to put the little icons on the border. That's funny. Yeah, I like that. This is a masterful stream layout. Raw Thunder. Not a fan. Another Blaziken Electrode team. Very cool. Nice. Yeah, that set went super fast. Okay, no other item. That was really weird. I got 2 items one time. What are we at? 70 wins. Swag. Well, I think I'm going to head to bed. I appreciate anybody who showed up. We are slowly making progress. It's going to be a long hunt. It's going to be slow. Lord help us if we go to 5 digits. But, yeah, it's been fun. It's a lot more engaging than a regular shiny hunt, to be honest. And I quite like that. So, yeah, thanks.